I'm letting famous fitness influencers control my diet for the next 50 hours to uncover the secrets behind their picture-perfect physiques. And Daddy Noel, you're up first. What's your go-to breakfast to get jacked? I want to be huge like you.
Omelette. 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, tomato, onion, and some mushrooms. Secret ingredient here, some fat-free cheddar cheese. Fold it over, put some more of that fat-free cheddar cheese on top, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. Absolutely gas.
I wonder what everyone else will give me. I guess only time will tell. Ugh, it literally smells like moldy bread. First bite, going in.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is a competition that none of them know about. I'll be rating their meals based on 3 criteria. How it tastes,
This is surprisingly good. I'm going with an 8 out of 10.
how creative it is,
The tomatoes, mushrooms, and onions are a nice touch, but at the end of the day, it's still just an omelet. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10.
and how functional or optimal it is.
This is high in protein and high in fat, which will keep me satiated until my next meal, but we are missing just a little bit of carbs in here somewhere, so I'm gonna keep it to a 7 out of 10.
And the influencer with the highest total will be hand-delivered the Swole Spoon.
That was a really good start, but let's see what everyone else has. What should my pre-workout meal be today? Make it something that will get me 11 million subscribers too. Hit the subscribe button to help me hit 1 million subscribers by the end of 2026.
All right, Casey, here is my meal. It's actually really simple. 1/3 is low-fat yogurt. Decent amount. This is also a meal. I will probably work out like 30 minutes, an hour after this. This is very plain, so I would add any type of flavor drop. I've got crazy flavors. I challenge you to go for the craziest flavor drop flavor you can find. I'll just add the cheesecake flavor. I might look like a scientist right now. Mix it together, and after that, I don't go for just any type of cereal or random, like why this? That's because this is a lot of carbs, not a lot from sugar, and there's not a lot of fats in this. I go for normally like 20 grams. And if this doesn't look tasty, I agree.
When a handsome Dutch man tells you to eat something, you eat it no matter how it looks. Now, I have never in my life heard of flavor drops. What I have right here is the chocolate raspberry flavor. This is pretty creative right here because plain Greek yogurt kind of tastes like sour cream. I think that means we have to give it a little taste test. Wow. That could be a really good diet hack. If you're cutting and you don't want any extra sugar from like vanilla Greek yogurt, all natural flavors, it's only stevia, water, cocoa extract, and raspberry essence. Taste score on this one, I'm gonna give a solid 7 out of 10. The Cheerios got just a little bit soggy, and I wanna talk about that for a second. Mr. Stan Brownie, why are we only doing 20 grams of Honey Nut Cheerios? 20 grams? Are we a baby? That's literally less than half a serving. A serving is 41 grams. And you think you're gonna get a good pump off of 20 grams of Honey Nut Cheerios and some Greek yogurt? We do have a nice lean source of protein. We do have some carbs in there, so it's not all bad, but we ain't got enough carbs in there, Stan. I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10 on functionality. And just because the flavor drops in this were so creative, I'm gonna go 6 out of 10 on creativity. I really hope that doesn't take the lead because I don't feel like taking a flight to the Netherlands just to deliver this to Mr. Brownie, but I will do what I have to do to get this in the hands of the right owner, the Swole Spoon.
And just as I was about to head out the door to go work out, I got another response.
Mr. Zest, Mr. West, what's your go-to post-workout meal? It's for a video. Just come over after you train. I have something special. Come over? What is this, a booty call? Guess there's only one way to find out. Pump and energy were mediocre as expected, but maybe this next gym bro has the secret to post-workout recovery. And for the post-workout meal, I have a special guest, Mr. Jesse James West, who's going to whip it up for us in person.
You want me to whip it out?
Whip it up.
Oh, okay, my bad. We're gonna be eating a post-workout meal, like you said. We got rice, probably about, I'm gonna say a cup. And then we got a little bit of the 99 lean ground turkey with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika.
Make it taste all real nice.
All right, then we got some salsa. This is like a fall harvest salsa.
You just read the label.
This
is like a...
I don't even know. You look in the fridge and you find some salsa. Okay. Are you allergic to anything?
I'm not... There's probably not pineapple in it, right?
Can you check?
I'm not like deathly allergic.
Pineapple. I'm kidding.
No, pumpkin. Now we're good.
Next level of macros, but also just I love Greek yogurt. It's kind of sour, so like it works.
It's like, no, it's literally like sour cream.
And then mix up the bowl. Sometimes circular motion is the best, but always ask for feedback.
Okay. You know what? Optimality, this is exactly what you want in a post-workout meal. Fast digesting carbs, not a lot of fat in the protein, a good lean protein source, a nice little salsa, a nice little sauce over the top. Optimality, this is a perfect post-workout meal, but nothing's perfect. 9.5. Taste, really good. Not mind-blowing though, because I feel like anyone could make this. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Really good.
It is not easy to microwave that rice perfectly. You don't deserve it.
And since Jesse knew his meal wasn't the most creative, he tried to sneakily earn some brownie points on creativity with what he calls
The best cookies in the world. We've got pumpkin chocolate chip. After you eat this, you have to have one.
You have to have a cookie.
And I know that might even change my score, but you know what?
We've already locked in the score.
All right, my assistant's mother's cookies. Everyone loves them. Go for it.
That's really good.
Like, get that chunk right there, bro. Yeah.
That's a good chunk.
Think about that when you rank everyone else, okay?
Okay. And I did think about it, but it's only gonna bump up his creativity score by 1 point, earning him a 3.5 out of 10 on creativity and a respectable total score of 19.5. But not enough to award him with the golden spoon, so on to the next competitor. I need a nighttime meal that'll make me a pretty strong guy. Make it exciting.
Alright, Casey, I'm picking your pre-bed meal. Now for me, before bed, I have a 500 gram tub of 0% Greek yogurt. I chuck scoop of protein in there, and then some golden syrup, and I mix it all together. I would give you that, but I want to be a bit harsh. So, have the Greek yogurt, the tub, put the protein powder in there. Protein powder of your choice, you can choose the flavour. But instead of the golden syrup, I want you to add Marmite. I don't know if you know what Marmite is. A big gulp of that in there, mix it all together, and enjoy, mate. It has protein at the end of the day, so you can't complain too much.
Hey Siri, what the hell is Marmite? Marmite is a British savory spread based on yeast extract invented in the Marmite Food Company in 1902. Let's go see if I can find it at 9:41 at night in the United States. So I went to the only place in my entire city that could have it, looked high and low for a good 15 minutes, and finally found this little bottle of British buffoonery. And after my late night scavenger hunt, I finally have my 3 ingredients in front of me. I guess Greek yogurt is to fitness influencers as cocaine is to El Chapo. Why have I eaten so much of this today? I have my Rise signature lemon pound cake protein that actually just restocked for Black Friday for the first time in an entire year. If you've been wanting to go get it right now and use Rise Subs code Casey to save big. And then the culprit of the night, we have our Marmite, our UK delicacy. After some research, I have found out that it is yeast extract. And if you know anything about yeast, I don't think it's supposed to smell good, and I don't eat anything before I smell my product, so. Dude, that's actually repulsive. Ugh, it literally smells like moldy bread. I didn't realize British people were tripping this hard. Why would you ever intentionally eat this? But I didn't have a choice, so I think this is a big enough gob of Marmite, yeah. You know what? I've reset my mind and I'm open to trying new things. Maybe Joe is onto something with his Marmite. I got my big gob of Marmite in there, and it could still taste good because we're using the signature lemon pound cake flavor. It could be good. It could be good. Ugh. I need water. I need water. It tastes so... Ugh! What is that flavor? That's so disgusting. Safe to say, taste score, 1 out of 10. But although I was choking down every bite, it was pretty optimal for a pre-bed meal because of the high amount of slower digesting protein, which will give me a sustained release of protein throughout the night as I digest, giving him a solid 8 out of 10. I would have much rather have whatever golden syrup is. But you know, honestly, I respect the creativity to give me something gross. 4 out of 10 for creativity. The last spoonful. Joe, All I'm gonna say is I am certainly not flying to the UK to hand deliver this to you. And with a total score of 13, that moves him down to the very bottom of the pack. And as the night was winding down, I decided to check my stats in Macrofactor for the day to see what they were looking like before I prepared for day number 2. I've only eaten 1,500 calories with 195 grams of protein. Yes, I'm still hitting my protein goal, but no wonder why these fitness influencers are so lean. They're barely eating any calories, and you don't want to do that. And if you're curious how I'm staying on top of tracking my calories and macros, whether I'm cutting or bulking, I use Macrofactor, and here's why. Macrofactor by far has the most user-friendly interface and fastest logging feature out of any calorie tracking app on the market, and yes, it's actually been tested. Take my pre-workout meal for example. I simply scanned the barcode of each of my ingredients, adjusted the amounts, and logged my meal in under 1 minute. You can even create recipes for meals that you frequently eat, or use the quick add feature to speed up the process even more. Which means you can spend less time doing this and more time doing this. Trust me and try it out for yourself at no risk, because new users get a 14-day free trial when you sign up using code Casey or the link in the description box below. But thank you Macrofactor for sponsoring this video. Now, I think it's time to hit the sack. And with my stomach rumbling, I went to bed praying someone would give me something interesting to eat in the morning. Good morning, Snuggle Muffins. Time to see what I'm eating for breakfast today, and I really hope it's not Greek yogurt. What should I eat for breakfast tomorrow? Give me your best shot.
What's up, C-Money? I hope you had a good sleep. It's really important. And I'm super excited to get you started with your most important meal of the day, which is breakfast. And we are making homemade protein bars. So in this bowl, we have 5 crushed up plain rice cakes. We have a 1/4 cup of honey, a 1/4 cup of almond butter. It could be peanut butter. If you have a nut allergy, I'm sorry, my brother, you're fasting for breakfast. And then last but not least, 1 scoop of Rise protein. Use code Casey, of course. Now what we're gonna do is just mix it all up and then press it into a loaf pan, and then I'll see you at the next step. So in this bowl, we have 1/2 cup, maybe a little bit more, if you're feeling a little bit naughty, of some chocolate chips. And what we're gonna do is put it over our base here. So I'm using a wooden spoon, which I would not recommend, but my wifey is on me about them like microplastics. So we're gonna use that. Looks like doo-doo. So you gotta spread me before you eat me. You can cut it. You can cut it. And when you're done with the spoon, you can let the dog lick it. I'm totally joking, you can't give this to dogs.
Dude, you should have told me earlier. You was already eating some.
Now we gotta put it in the freezer, and then we're gonna pull out in like 45 minutes to an hour. Say bye. Have a protein shake in the meantime. And do 25 push-ups as well.
Dude, really? 25 push-ups? At least make it a challenge. Too easy.
Here it is. This is what it should look like. Taste test. So good. Enjoy your breakfast, Casey.
And in the wise words of Mr. Willy Wonka himself, why have one when you can take 2 at a time? Now, Will didn't specify how many of these I should have, but I took the liberty to say 2 sounds about right. But one thing I have beef with, Will, these are 220 calories a piece with only 8 grams of protein, but your saving grace was you telling me to do 25 push-ups and drink a protein shake. This evens out the macros so much better, but without it, these aren't protein bars, man. But it does look quite tasty, and I have never seen anyone make homemade protein bars like this. I really don't know how you think of things like this, but straight off the bat, creativity is getting a 10. This looks straight up like a gourmet treat, and I think it's time to try to see if this is actually delicious or it's just rice cakes, honey, peanut butter, and protein powder mixed together. Yo, that tastes like something I would eat for Christmas dessert. This is incredible. The taste on this with a good protein shake is getting a straight up 10. The only problem I have with this is A, It's so easy to eat, and all the fast digesting carbs in it aren't gonna keep you full until your next meal, which is really what you want when you're cutting. And again, these don't have much protein, so if you do pair them with a protein shake, like I know you did strategically, it's literally, I don't know how this could be any better. So with all things considered, it will score a respectable 6 out of 10 on functionality, which is not ideal, but could definitely be worse. And they left me feeling just one thing. Will, you're really making me feel like a naughty boy here. This feels like I'm cheating on my diet. Moving Will Tennyson to the top of the leaderboard with a strong 26 out of 30. Can he hold on to the lead and earn the swole spoon, or will the next studious subject snatch it from under his mouth? What's your most optimal pre-workout meal? Please don't say Gatorade.
A really cool pre-workout meal to try: a plain bagel and a whey protein shake. Especially if you're bulking, it gives you a ton of energy, and it's really quick and you can do it just about anywhere.
That's what she said. Anyway, expecting creativity from an exercise scientist is like expecting a paraplegic to win Olympic gold in the 100-meter dash. It's just not gonna happen. We have a plain, untoasted bagel. Dr. Mike, you didn't say to toast it or anything. I'm taking your word for it. And a protein shake. This time we have the Rise Chocolate Cookie Blast protein. It's not like I don't know what this tastes like, and I can't even hate, because this has been my post-workout meal in college. I used to have to go to class and then go right to the gym. I would bring a plain bagel and a protein shake. Let's give it a taste test. You know, this is like your ex that you just keep going back to and you don't know why. 2 a.m. Hey, what are you doing? Creativity, I gotta give it a 2 because it's only one step above chicken, rice, and broccoli, but I'm gonna have to give it a 5 on taste because you can't really complain. I do agree with everything Dr. Mike was saying about digestion and energy, but I wanna test it out first. So I decided to wait until after my workout to give my functionality score to make sure I was giving an accurate rating. And while I wait for my little experiment, now's the perfect time to tell you all of the clothes that I've worn the entire video are currently 30% off. Just go to youngla.com and use code Casey at checkout to stock up and save on the best clothes while deals last. Anyway, let's finish this workout strong. Pump, energy, and digestion were immaculate as expected. My legs were more pumped than they have been in quite some time. I even hit some PRs on that leg press. So overall, I'm gonna have to give it a 9 on functionality, an average score for an average meal, but this next meal is anything but normal. I wanna grow my lean beef patties. What should I eat after my leg workout to achieve that? That's a little weird. What's your go-to post-workout meal?
Hi, Casey. This is my post-workout meal. I just got done working out. This part's very important. Cheese stick. Throw on a little bit of mustard. And there you have it. My favorite post-workout meal.
Mrs. Lean Beef Patty, let me get this straight. Your favorite post-workout meal of all time is chicken, a cheese stick, oats with cinnamon, and mustard. This has to be like when your substitute teacher comes in and they call your name on roll and you go, "No, my name's actually Jack Mehoff." It's not Jack Mehoff. There's no way this is your favorite post-workout meal, but I'll give it to you. I've never seen this combination of foods in my life. Oats are always thought of as sweet to me because of protein oats, but why can't it kind of be like your rice? I'm kind of trying to justify this. I might as well try it and just tell you. I was really giving you the benefit of the doubt. Everything is okay together. It's the cinnamon in the oats that make absolutely no sense. Completely throw off the flavor profile of the entire thing. Chicken, cheese, and oats? Sure, I can understand that because it's like your carb source. It's kind of like rice. It's pretty plain. You don't need to make them sweet. But then you throw the mustard and the cinnamon in there. I'm gonna have to give that a 3 out of 10 on taste. It's not repulsive, but it isn't great. Honestly, I'm just glad this isn't another protein shake right now because I've had too many of those today. But you might be curious why I think creativity is so important, and that's because you're not going to stick to your diet if it doesn't taste good, if it isn't functional for your health, and if it is not creative, because you're not going to stick to it. The average person is not going to stick to their diet unless the meals are creative, they're fun, and they taste good. Oh, and of course, help them achieve their fitness goal, which this one surprisingly can because it has a good balance of lean protein and complex carbs, which is ideal for recovering from a hard training session. For this, it's creative, but not in the good way, so I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10 on creativity. You know, Patty, I don't know if I expected anything less from you, and it wasn't as bad once I got through the entire bowl. This is certainly not good enough to be hand-delivered. The Swole Spoon, maybe the final competitor, will be able to pull it out. We're gonna have to find out. You're small, and I can bench more than you. Anyway, I'm curious what a hard gainer like you eats at night. Love you anyway, sweetie.
Hell of a clap! Casey Smelly video. Yes, I've always wanted to be in one. It's actually my second one. Anyways, look, this is what I eat for dinner at night. Brody, how the hell do you make that? Quick video of me making it? Bang! Boom! Paya! Fire toad! Ah! Yeah, bon appetit. There you have it. That's my big back meal. I'm gonna get into this, and yeah, let's see if you can replicate it.
Brody, 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 you're insulting my intelligence if you think I can't replicate a meal like this. And I didn't just replicate it, I made it better. Roll the clip.
Wha-bam! Ka-chow! Skitty pop pop. Yeah, boy! Skadoosh. I don't know, y'all are gonna have to let me know whose sound effects were better down in the comments, me or Brody, but Brody, I have to give it to you. Functionality-wise, it is exactly what you want as a nighttime meal. You got good, healthy fats in there, you got a ton of protein, and you have a very satiating carb from the potatoes. You even got a little bit of veggies in there. This is a perfectly crafted nighttime meal. I really didn't think you had the brains for that, but it's not super creative. It's not overly creative, you know, it's potatoes, it's beef, it's eggs. It's like a hash brown bowl. So I'm gonna have to go 10 on functionality and 7 on creativity. That means if you get a score of 10 on this, you win the golden spoon. And I think there's only one thing left to do, and that's give it a good old taste test, buddy. We got everything in there. Brodington, are you gonna pull out the win? You already got the functionality, you got a little bit of creativity. Can you beat the Willy Wonka chocolate protein factory bar? We're gonna have to find out. And with 8 total meals in the running and 50 hours of influencer diet, will it be the Canadian Calorie King or the Louisiana Bayou Bulker? It all comes down to this one bite for the coveted Swole Spoon. Yo, the flavor combination. This is something that I could eat every night and not get sick of. The only problem is it's not mind-blowing. I'm gonna have to give this an 8, which means, Brody, you were so close, but it's just not good enough to earn the Swole Spoon. And I think there's only one thing left to do. Well, actually 2. I'm totally gonna finish this. This was great. Well, actually, maybe 3, because
I should probably watch this first.
Mr. Willy Wonka, you've punched your golden ticket. Looks like I'm coming to Canada.
And Mr. William Tennyson, I present to you the Swole Spoon. Open your eyes. Whoa, that's sick. That is for winning the best meal, the most optimal, the most creative, and the most delicious out of any fitness influencer. I knew it. Congratulations.
Full transparency, I wouldn't that recipe on the spot. That was my first time having it.
sometimes greatness just follows you. Remember, I'm not special. I'm just consistent. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Oh, you can keep it. Oh, that's yours. No, that's yours. Yeah, you might want to wash it because I took it through the airport a few times. You're not going to wash it. Greatness.